Good evening, everybody. I just want to make sure that if you are joining us this evening, that you have the correct link. So if there is someone out there that is watching, if you could just send me a quick chat to say we're here, and that we can hear you. And I can make sure that everyone who has made the journey to be here is actually here. So if you can just send me a message, quick chat, that would be great. All right. I got the sign that we are here and that we are ready. Thank you again for being here tonight. I am Reverend Rob Banashak, and I am the pastor of the Institute for Spiritual Development. And we're here in a dimly lit room in my home because this is the evening that we usually have the candlelight going in our sanctuary. And as we all know, that we are in a space where we are distanced socially, but we know that we can never be distanced spiritually. And if you think about the miracle of the technology that is allowing us at this moment to be here in this space, I see that there are participants in this event, and I can see who's joining and who what their names are. But the fact is, we're here in a space that is not bound by walls or by any sort of physical limitations. Your body is where it is, and mine is where it is here. And yet, here we share this experience and a space that we are making sacred just by our intention of making it so. I certainly will never pretend to have the answers to all that is happening around us, but I certainly can offer my insight based on my awareness and my experience of the universe. And as I've said several times in the last week, this is a time to really regroup and reconsider and reset who we are as a people. And when I say reset, as I said on Sunday, it is not just the reset where you get to keep your passwords and all of your settings. This is a total factory reset. We need to begin again. We need to develop a new way of being that values life and love and connection and spirit. And this is our chance to do it. And so for tonight's evening meditation, we're going to reflect on an experience, a situation, a vision that we have uh, become aware of or to in the last 2 weeks that was not accessible to us before the severity of our global crisis has hit us. Maybe we've seen a level of understanding or communication that did not exist before. Maybe we see a level of humanity or uh, altruism or ritual, something that we have never experienced before we went into this, what feels like a tunnel of our uh, illusion of crisis. And really think about this. Has there been a miracle that you have experienced or that you know someone else has experienced because of what is going on? Have there been reconciliations? Have you reached out to someone that you would have never reached out to had the impact of our global crisis has would have not hit? Did you experience an awakening in yourself that would have never happened had you not been faced with it like this in such a very real way? Because ultimately, we must respond to the way or to the experiences that life has given us. We cannot control those experiences, but we can choose how we respond to them. So, this is really all about the choices that we are making from this point forward and how we as humanity choose to be as people. Will we choose life and kindness and compassion? Will we choose hope? Will we have the courage to rethink the paradigm of how we are? Those are the things that we are reflecting on this evening. And I always like to take us from a place that is positive and hopeful because it is aligning with that positive and hopeful experience that we are having, that we draw on for those times that might appear challenging or not so positive or hopeful. So that if we know we have either witnessed or experienced or have been a miracle in this time, that we can draw on it for the peace, for the serenity, for the strength that we'll need in the coming days ahead. And so let us take a moment to think of that thing. And you can just think of one for tonight, a miracle that has happened, something that you've seen that was unique to our state of being in the world, to a person that we've connected with, to a level of understanding in our spirituality that we've connected with, that we can honestly say would have not happened had we not entered into this cocoon of transformation that we're now in. Because the world only moves forward. And so we can now no longer pretend that this is happening. We have to accept it and acknowledge it, respond, and choose the life ahead of us. And so during our evening meditation, we usually write on a piece of paper what that thing is that we're reflecting on for the evening. But I'm going to encourage us all to just imagine that experience or that person or that miraculous occurrence that, in spite of all of the anxiety that we are experiencing or all of the uh, uncertainty, that thing that we know for sure is a miracle that we have seen or experienced in our own lives. And imagine that experience or that person just sitting here right in the palm of our hands like a little hologram. And it just plays over and over again on a loop because it is so beautiful and so miraculous. We want to carry it with us always. It's precious and beautiful. And we want to protect it. We want to nurture this experience. We want to cultivate it so that it can grow beyond our palm, so that perhaps it can require two hands to contain and then slowly have to be contained in another space until it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and becomes the miracle that drives us, inspires us, and gives us hope and strengthens our faith to continue in our lives in the days ahead. But for now, it's here. That miraculous and beautiful experience. Something that has happened in the last couple of weeks. We're going to just gently, gently cover it with our right hand. And we're going to begin to enter into meditation. And so let us get comfortable in doing that. So make sure your back is comfortable against the chair that you're sitting in, or if you're lying down, make sure that your feet are planted firmly on the floor. We feel that alignment from the crown all the way down to the root. We're going to close our eyes. We're going to take a couple of deep breaths together. We're going to inhale through our nose, and as we do, we're going to think of the words, I am breathing in. And then as we exhale, we are going to think of the words, I am breathing out. And so let us do that together. Let us inhale. I am breathing in. Hold. And I am breathing out. I am breathing in. Hold. And exhale. I am breathing out. One more deep breath. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. We've entered into a space now that is safe and comfortable. It is both relaxing and energizing. Any pain that existed before we entered into this state is simply disappeared. Any anxiety that we might have been experiencing today or in any day before this moment simply does not exist in this space. We are free from tension. We are free from angst and despair. And in this space, we feel free to be our perfect selves. We imagine the souls that have joined us in this space. This space that has no walls, no ceiling, and yet is sacred because we have chosen to make it so. And in this sacred space, do we sense the presence of other souls who have made the journey this evening to be with us here at this time together? We may not know individuals here. We may not be able to identify how many have joined us, and especially if we are tuning into this meditation at another time than it was streamed. But we are in this space with other souls. And that is what makes it sacred. That is what makes us holy beings in this space. And so we allow our minds, our imagination, which really is all that we are in this space, to drift toward that miracle, that vision, that experience that we have gained in the last couple of days or weeks, something that never would have occurred to us before we entered into this cocoon of transformation. We remember that that vision, that experience, that miracle is sitting ever so gently in our palm, so precious, so vivid, so hopeful. And as we send our energy and our attention to that little vision come to life, like a little hologram, like a little diorama in our palm and in our mind's eye, and we really feel the hope that it offers us. We feel the new paradigm that it reveals to us. We feel the transformation that it has shown us as a possibility. And we just allow the exhilaration of this new way of being, or perhaps the nourishment of a wonderful way of being that we just discovered, a cultivation of that way of being, becoming stronger and even more vivid. This experience is precious to us simply because it has happened to us. It is ours, and yet, here in this space together, we are sharing it. We are sharing it. We allow our essence to make this vision, this experience, this dream begin to glow with a beautiful white light. It brings out the beauty in all corners of this vision. The people in this vision look beautiful, so beautiful from their kindness, from their inner selves. We see how that kindness and that beauty becomes the foundation for a society, for a culture, for a world and a universe whose currency, whose value is love. Eternal, beautiful, magical, transformative love. This is our hope. This is our guiding vision. It's our dream of a universe, of a people, of a planet, of a way of life that is new, inspiring, creative, connected. And we allow that hologram to grow beyond our hands, beyond our palm. We allow it to fill both of our palms. We now can look into that vision and see the details of what is happening, how we have all come together, how we are bringing forth that vision. And right in our hands, the glow glows brighter and brighter and brighter. We see that vision growing more and more, like a 3D virtual reality right in front of our vision. As that hope, as that dream, as that vision, as that miracle brings us right into its center, holding us there. We are now in the center of our own miracle. We see the people in it. We feel the world that we're in as something that is true and beautiful and filled with hope. And we allow the sounds of the bowls to just carry us through this vision, to be with us. As it ever so gently glides our presence through our own miracle. In our own miracle, we know our purpose. We understand why we are here. And as we expand our awareness, we can share in the joy of each one of us here in this space, that space of knowing our purpose, of living, our destiny, answering our call, and building humanity with the insight and the power that we have recognized within ourselves. All of these visions in this space, in this magical, beautiful, hopeful space, just by their conception become part of the new world that we are creating together. This is how we claim our future, by experiencing this time that is presented as crisis, but that holds the key to our nourishment and expansion and growth and thriving as the miraculous beings we are. We allow our vision, our dreams, our scenes that we are in the direct center of, like we're a snow globe surrounded. We allow our dream, our vision to ever so gently tap against the wall of the bubble next to us and allow that space between us to just dissolve. My vision, my dream of holiness has become completely connected to the one that is next to me and in front of me and up above me and below me. All of these beautiful dreams and visions begin to expand and grow as one beautiful dream, bigger, brighter, more and more vivid with every moment that passes, with every breath that we take and that we exhale. And we choose at this moment to remember this in our hearts, in our minds, in our bodies, that we will return to, because it is this vision that we claim responsibility to manifest when we return. And we feel that responsibility not as we might have as earthly beings, as a burden or an obligation, but as a dream realized, as a calling heard. The excitement for this dream and this vision becomes so vivid, so palpable, that we understand completely. We must now return to our bodies to make it happen. In this most beautiful and rare moment, we have chosen to allow our spirit to guide our body to implement and envision and imagine and manifest the very best that we can remember and summon from our deepest, most divine self. With this peace and this sense of excitement, we choose to return. We choose to return to our bodies. The vibration so fast. We feel like it's almost as soon as we hit our bodies, we're going to like pop right off to go accomplish this beautiful vision. But on this evening in spring, we'll allow ourselves to settle back into our bodies and perhaps choose a good night's rest, keeping this so close to our heart overnight so that we can begin anew tomorrow to create and build the life, the community, the region, the country, the world, the planet that we have always known that we could. And so let us, with intention, return to our physical selves and just allow yourself to imagine yourself as if you were in a swing or a chair being lowered into the shape of your body, your spirit self just being lowered ever so gently to the frame of your physical self. And as you get lowered into the very center of your being, your body just kind of wraps itself around your spirit and begins to sharpen around all of our physical selves. We feel our body, we feel our physical being without pain, without tension, without stress, only vibration and energy and wholeness and perfection. And we will return even more fully to our bodies by taking our 3 deep breaths. This time we'll inhale and exhale quickly. And on the third one, we will open our eyes together. So let us start our first breath in and exhale. Again, in and exhale. And one more deep breath, inhale. And as we open our eyes, we find ourselves back together in this space. Feeling in this midweek session that we have reconnected and realigned with a vision that is greater than our physical self or the walls that may seem to confine us. But we know no walls can confine us because we chose to come here in this space. And I invite you to once again revisit that beautiful holographic dream that is resting in the palm of your hands. And while we will not have a bowl to burn that vision in, we will allow ourselves to imagine that hologram dream right in our palm. And we're just going to blow it away, allow it to dissipate into the universe, knowing that we have intended it to take hold in the universe and have our intention and our calling be to manifest it. So just let's count to 3. 1, 2, 3, and blow it off. See it wave and smile. And know that we have together helped create our very next moments. And I ask that as we sign off tonight, that each and every one of us blesses each and every one of us with more healing and more wholeness and more love, so that we can all know our complete perfection of well-being. I also suggest that you check the Institute for Spiritual Development's website often in the next few days and weeks, as we are adding more and more online events on a couple of different platforms. We're on YouTube Live. We'll be using Zoom for a couple of things. So please just keep tabs on us and let us know if you have any ideas. And we will continue to be here for our community and the community beyond any walls, in all space and all time. Thank you and good night. Wash your hands, keep them off your face, be healthy.